Ever wonder who tries to control all of the chaos in the house where a cat and mouse would literally try to assassinate each other in every episode? Well, it was none other than Mammy Two Shoes, the possible owner of Tom, or at least the person who looked after the house in the classic cartoon Tom and Jerry. With just a pair of legs and a multi-layered dress that seemed so thick that her legs were covered in sweat, all we saw was the bottom half of Mammy, and still felt her intimidation when she laid down the law. One time, when Tommy Boy was having a little cat party, one quick call to Mammy sent her storming home from a card game. Well, during the huffing and puffing, if you paused it just right, you could see Mammy in all of her glory. Admittedly, it's not her best look, especially considering she's raging mad as she speeds home in the moment. The episode Saturday Evening Puss originally aired in 1950, giving the reveal pretty early on in the series. It's one of the coolest hands in cartoon history, but we spent years wondering what the rest of his body looked like. Yep, we're talking about Dr. Claw, the evil villain from the Inspector Gadget series. For multiple reasons, Claw kept his identity a secret, creating a lot of theories on the elementary school playground. Was he a clone of Inspector Gadget? A robot? Well, for the super curious, you could see Dr. Claw's face. You just had to shell out some money for it. When creating the Inspector Gadget action figure line, the company couldn't create a headless toy. So they designed Dr. Claw's full body and released him as a toy despite never showing his face in an episode. When the toy was displayed on shelves, a sticker blocked the view, forcing parents to fork over some cash for the big reveal. And despite all of the rumors and theories, the design is actually pretty well done and seems true to the character we got to know on the screen. The early seasons of South Park helped build up the world of iconic characters we still love today, but the real pop culture icon recognition began with Kenny.
Son, I have some bad news. We accidentally replaced your heart with a baked potato. You have about 3 seconds to live.
Kenny perishing in each episode became a talked-about trademark on the show, along with the thick hoodie he draped over his head. The hoodie may have muffled his words, but we all knew the young boy had a heart. And we really wanted to see that cartoon face. Well, Matt Stone and Trey Parker were not just going to reveal the face for free on cable television. So Kenny's big reveal came in the first ever South Park movie, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut. The movie had a number of highlights that would never be shown on TV. Cartman swears without censorship beeps. Character conversations get pretty intense. And then, near the climax of the film, we all get blown away when Kenny does the unthinkable. We see a boy with messy blonde hair and a pretty plain face, but for some reason it was such a great payoff. On top of the reveal, Kenny speaks clear lines before joining the devil in the fiery depths below the earth. Cartoon Network has been home to some pretty bizarre shows over the years, and one of them is the 1997 series Cow and Chicken. Just after watching one episode, you may leave with several questions, including, how are cow and chicken biologically related? Why do they have human parents? And what do their parents actually look like? The show not only followed the classic trope of cutting the parents off at the waist, but they headed into this idea head on. In the pilot episode of the series, one of the final scenes zooms out to reveal the parents actually have no upper halves. They're essentially a pair of walking, talking legs. This wouldn't be the end of the mystery though. Not all the secrets were given away in the pilot. In the episode Cow and Chicken Reclining, we get a huge reveal when Cow and Chicken go digging through a closet. They end up finding the tops to the parents, which Cow refers to as a former science experiment. The frozen smiles on the faces of the characters may be even creepier than the legs walking around with no torsos. Inspired by a flashback scene from the movie Muppets Take Manhattan, the children's show Muppet Babies took on a life of its own, spanning multiple seasons, getting rave reviews, and eventually leading to a remake in 2018. One of the biggest mysteries on the show, besides how a pig could grow such a beautiful head of hair, is what exactly does Miss Nanny look like? We see those striped leggings in almost every episode,